Some of y'all may think that this is a bad angle, but I disagree. I think it's the best way to show off my new tripod because you can see the leg. Oh, welcome back to my chaotic yet peaceful channel. Anyway, let me explain to you how I got here. I've had this glass table flipped upside down like this for about a week in my house. I haven't been able to use it. The funny thing is that because this table is made out of glass, I kept thinking that I could put stuff on it because I'm used to being able to see through it. But basically I was used to the see-through element of seeing the floor through the table, and every time I would go to place like a pot or an apple or something on it, I'm glad I didn't actually place it because I might have dropped it for about a meter and actually broke the table. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is not even my table. I live in a rental. In my mission to paint absolutely everything I own and everything I don't own, I decided that I was going to paint this table. And also, I mean, maybe I should just leave it like this because you can exercise with it. I'm actually kind of getting a headache from laying like this on this glass surface. Anyway, I've got my koala flips. I'm not showing you my toes because I don't want anyone to start a wiki feet with them. And these are my giraffe pants. So I'm here, I'm ready to paint this. Yeah, let's go. Hi, so I have run into kind of a little tiny issue. Well, actually more of a big issue. So I only have this blue, which I thought I could mix a dark blue from. But when I added black to it, it turned into this disgusting gray color. And then I tried doing a bunch of other things, but if I add orange to it, it turns into green. And if I add purple to it, well, it turns into like a darker purple, which is kind of annoying. And then I only have this much left of this ultramarine blue, but I don't like this color. It's very sheer. It doesn't do the job with my glass painting. So those are the hues of blue that I have. And if it was any other day, I would just go out and buy some blue. But because today is a public holiday and it's Easter, the shop right next to me is all closed. Oh, and during this process, I also managed to get my sock and my pants dirty. Well, what's new? Anyway, so I was like, okay, maybe I should just make this whole painting purple, which I have kind of done before with paintings. Like I did my Starry Night in purple. So, I mean, that looks all right, but that's a like night sky. What I'm working with here is a wave, which is water, which is blue, which is not another color. Maybe you could make it green, but I don't want green. I mean, I like purple. Okay, if you haven't clicked off and you're still here, stay with me. So I did a little mock-up. I'm not doing the boats because that's a lot of hard work. So just ignore the boats. But I don't think the purple looks too bad. Like, maybe I could pull it off. I mean, the colors that I get with purple, I like a lot more. Like I can get a dark purple by mixing the black in. And once again, we've established how purple is the superior color, because you can get all the shades without having to deal with all this and without getting your socks and your pants dirty. I promise to you that I started out today wanting to paint with blue, not with purple. But if you don't know this channel, I kind of have a tiny purple obsession, so I didn't want to make another purple-based video. Okay, that's what we're doing. I think I'm gonna go stress eat some Easter chocolate. Chocolate tour, strawberries and cream, puffed rice bubbles, milk and white chocolate, milk chocolate with sprinkles, cookie pieces in white chocolate, and plain milk chocolate. Okay, I feel a lot better now. I've kept you waiting long enough already. Let's paint. This painting took a lot of planning because I had to paint it in the opposite way to how you would normally paint on a piece of paper. Since the table is see-through and I wanted it to show on the other side, I had to do a reverse painting technique, which is why I reversed the image and started with the white sea spray dots, then did the outline, filled in each colored section, and lastly the background. As you can see, I also did a trace of the wave crests just so I could get the outlines and proportions correct. I picked the Great Wave by Katsushika Hokusai because originally it was a woodblock print, not actually a painting. Side note, there's multiple copies of it. Originally in the 1830s, there were 5,000, but many were lost and only a few exist today. Anyway, so because it is a print and the stamp-like technique was used for it, there's almost no blending involved in most of this piece, which makes it easier for painting on glass because I don't need to blend anything. It's also very illustrative and not realistic, and we all know I do not do realism. I hope I'm not being too sacrilegious taking out the boats with humans and ruining that interaction between humans and nature that the artist probably intended to show. But I'm over here working under time constraints and back problems, so all you professional artists, please don't come for me for tracing it, making it purple, and then taking out the boats. Actually, come for me, at me, fight me in the comment section. I'm ready to get roasted. I also think I deserve a medal for not getting any sort of paint on my purple rug throughout the course of all this. Okay, I'm gonna take a break from narrating now because I'm super tired. And my friend Nicole, the person I definitely pay to professionally narrate my videos, has a few words to say. I know some of you really like her, so I brought her back. Okay, see ya when this is over.
Hi everybody, I know you miss me so much. Deanna keeps saying she is my friend, but I am not her friend. I only stay around because she pays me. Anyway, I have a story for you. When Deanna decided to move this table so that she could paint it, it was about 1 AM. She flipped the table sideways and it landed on her right big toe. Some of her nail turned purple and she also had a blood-filled blister on her toe. It was so painful that it hurt for 2 days straight, even with ice on it. Then, she left the table like that in the middle of her living room for a week. When I came to visit her, she didn't have a table to serve me tea on. This made me upset. How much of a brain do you need to watch your toes when you are moving heavy objects? I don't know if you liked my story, but I don't care because I liked it because I like laughing at Deanna. Thank you for listening to my story. Goodbye.
Okay, I'm done with it. This is the back side. That's why it has no detail and looks like this. But I wanted to show people how to actually remove this paint from glass because a lot of people have been asking me about how I get this paint off of glass because obviously this table is not mine. Even though I spent a whole day painting it, it will probably be removed. So yeah, basically you just grab some water. Actually, it's better to be warm water, but if you don't have warm water, that's fine. And because acrylic paint is like water-based, it just kind of just comes right off. Or you can just grab a card like this and just scrape it right off. And make sure you put this in the garbage, not down the sink, because it can clog your sink. So in the videos where I paint on my bathroom mirror, that mirror is still glass, but it's a different kind of glass, maybe lower quality than the table because the acrylic paint sticks to it a bit better. It still comes off, but it still sticks to it. So if you do want to paint on glass or mirrors, make sure that your mirror is glass and not plastic. Like for example, my glasses. Those are plastic. You can clearly hear it. Okay, peel porn time. The amazing angles throughout this whole video though, am I right? So this is the final piece. For my first try, painting on glass and painting something this big, I think I did all right. I think if I were to try it again, I would go for something smaller because I could paint it a bit better. So it looks all right when there's no light shining from underneath it, but as soon as you get some light shining underneath it, you can see all the parts where I didn't cover it with enough paint. So yeah, basically I'm shining a flashlight under it right now, and you can see that like there's some spots, well actually a lot of spots that I didn't really cover with enough paint, and you can see all the brush strokes. I mean, I guess that kind of gives it the element of showing that it was handmade and painted. But yeah, I mean, the final result does look really nice, especially for where this table sits, because there's no sunlight that shines in this area, so it does look pretty much like that if you look at it from a bit further away. The wave being purple actually ended up being quite cool because it gives that illusion that if you're looking from far away, it might be blue or it might be purple, like you're not exactly sure, because your brain is kind of tricked into seeing water as blue, if that makes sense. I do think that I did capture the vibe of the painting, especially these waves that I was worried about, and all the shading that I kind of just, I looked at the image throughout painting it, but I kind of ended up just doing my own thing, and it did turn out alright, so I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that. Alright, you know the drill. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this one, give it a like and subscribe. My Instagram and Twitter are in the description box. And if you have any ideas for what you want my next video to be, comment them down below. And I'll see y'all next time. You know.